announced the actual, closure, I received a phone call 5 minutes before they were going to have an all-employee meeting here on the shop floor. And they told me what they were going to do. I said, okay, when do you plan on doing this? Oh, we're here now, we're going to do it. I actually called the local lodge president now, Jennifer Winkler, and told her, said, this is happening. She said, we're all standing on the floor right now, what's going on? And
they had police escorts and everything, escorting her through the plant, and she just had another stand-up meeting and told us that their intention was to close the facility by the end of the third quarter, I think is what they first told us.
The importance of the bus plant in this region, actually it's a regional thing, not just for the town of Pembina. There's cities from throughout a 60-mile radius, I would say, where the majority of employees come from. And this is the main employer. This is the bread and butter for a lot of those families. And this is how they support themselves.
I believe there was one or two that left the same day they announced the closure. Because it was shocking. We just thought they were reviewing, the process here or meeting our goals or something. We didn't know it was over a closure. So when they announced it, everybody was shocked. I think a few people were swearing, a few people were crying.
Immediately, we contacted, the Midwest Territory, let them know what was going on. They've always been behind us when we were doing the layoff. We got in touch with the legislative department, the communications department. We were having joint meetings, I would say at least weekly.
When these people were told that they were going to close their facility and they were going to lose their jobs, they never gave up. They continued to come to work. I mean, in some places I've been around, when they get bad news like that, everybody just quits and gives up and nothing gets done. These folks said, no, we're going to keep on doing what we do. They still perform their jobs every day to the best of their ability. They put out a quality product, and they wanted to be remembered as being proud, hard workers, and they did that.
For the people that stayed working, we just kind of went on with business as usual. We're proud of what we do, and those buses, when they leave this place, it's a picture of what we do here. It's my job, that people are looking at. We don't want people looking at the bus like, oh, this is a crappy bus, it's falling apart. Oh, this doesn't work or that don't work. We've always had a high standard of quality here in Pembina.
They continue to work. They have pride in what they do. They kept this plant open, and without them, these jobs would be gone. So, it'd be so easy for them to give up.
It's their hard work that kept this plant here and showed this company, of course, management as well. They've got a plant manager that believed in them, and a human resources manager that believed in the employees here. The employees believed in them, and through the collaboration of both parties and machinists union in general, this plant is staying open indefinitely now. These people, they did it. They did it on their own. They never gave up. They always had hope. It all paid off.
Because we had asked, what can we do? Is there anything we can do to turn this around? And it was kind of a no, but Chris Falk always had that enthusiasm, at the meetings, like, I plan to retire from here. We got to do what it takes, and I think that just kept people working harder, hoping for the best, but preparing for the worst.
ADBR Schwartz called me. I remember when he called me that day, and he said, just talked to the company. They said they're going to stay open. That basically that the employees up here had proven to them that, they could get it done, and they didn't feel like they could move the work. At one point, I think this facility that was going to close was the only facility that had met its production goals amongst all their facilities, right? So even throughout all that turmoil, like I said, they were dedicated up here. They were going to continue to get their work done, do high quality, and show the company essentially, this is what you're missing. And in the end, I mean, that was one of the reasons the company gave for staying here, was because of the workforce and their dedication. They felt like they couldn't leave here, that they were losing too big of an asset. But secondarily, it's all the assistance that we received when we made that initial phone call from, the Midwest Territory, the legislative department, the communications department, the international. There wasn't anybody who ever said no. Like when your union tells you that you have the full force of the international and the territory behind you, it is absolutely 100% true. It was actually quite amazing to see all the departments come together, the different meetings we had, the schedule changes we had to make, but without all of them and without putting that external pressure on the company as well. Again, it was a sight to be seen. All of that working together, and I believe we accomplished something that doesn't happen very often, and that's keeping one of these plants open when they say they're going to close. We told them in the beginning, we're the fighting machinists and we're going to go out swinging, and they did just that, and everybody together, and it's still here. So it's a success story, and that we're pretty proud of.